Alright, what's up guys? It's Gingy Snaps. You know, with all the overdressed news, there's a lot to keep up. Unless there's something like super major, I'm not going to go over everything. However, this is a deck profile for standard Fenrir. It's not the hardest hitting, it's not the fastest hitting, but it's grindy, it's toolboxy, which is what I designed it for. If you don't enjoy this toolbox variant, I don't really know what to tell you. It's meant to toolbox. It's literally what it's supposed to do. So, obviously there are other more aggressive builds out there, such as the 6 attack combo with Yggdrasil and whatnot. I don't focus on that. You guys know by this channel, I try to work from scratch. I try to work off of my own theses and whatnot. So, without any further ado, I'm going to jump right on into it. So for grade 3s, we got 6. We got 6 grade 3s. We have 4 Fenrir and 2 Vanagander. Now, Fenrir, obviously, it's a Fenrir deck. What else do you want from me? So, once per turn, you basically Soul Blast a card, or any number of cards, really. And for some of their grades, you get to search a card. And then, you then call a card from your hand. So, it basically toolboxes out anything that you want. If you want a grade 1, you can Soul Blast a grade 1 and go searching for whatever grade 1 you need. If you want a grade 2, you go Soul Blast a 2 and search whatever you need. Soul Blast 2 grade 1s, etc., etc. If you want a grade 3, such as Vanagander, you can Soul Blast, a copy of Fenrir, or a 2 and 1, or 3 1s, etc., etc. I could go on and on. And then when a card is put from your soul into the drop zone, you can Count Blast 1 and call one of those cards. So if you just mass Soul Blast, then you get to call one of the things you mass Soul Blast, similar to how old Fenrir operated. And then when it attacks, you Soul Blast 1 and it gets 10k, so automatically easy, nothing to worry about. Vanagander is spot removal, because when placed Soul Blast 1, you kill one of your opponent's rear guards. Mwah, wonderful. If it's on V, you blow up your opponent's entire board, but hopefully you never get to that stage. More importantly, at the end of the battle, it attacked a Vanguard. You put it into your soul. You look at the top 3. One goes on top, one goes on bottom of your deck, obviously, and then one goes into your soul. So the combo, quote-unquote combo, that everyone hopefully knows is you swing with Vanagander, you set up your first drive check and whatnot, and then you Soul Blast Vanagander back out, and then call it again, so that you have 4 attacks automatically, always and forever. So yeah, that's it for grade 3s. Basically, kind of simple, easy, nothing too crazy. It's really all in the rear guard work for this one that I try to have done. Grade 2s are where you have a majority of your potential, basically. So, such as Gleipnir. So, when placed on either Van or Rear, you Counterblast 1, Soul Charge 1, and then you get anything from your soul to your hand. So, Soul Charge that heal trigger or draw PG, you just get that thing right back to your hand. If it's in your soul, again, get it right back to your hand. If you have one of your Ulixies here, then you can just basically Soul Charge 1, get back into Ulixies. Easy. Prometheus, same thing. And then when it attacks Soul Blast 1, it gets 10k. You guys know that from, the whole Gleipnir combo loop in Premium. Mitsuki is only here to be your grade 2 ride, because Vanguard only, when placed, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, draw a card, you get a force marker on your Vanguard circle. So this is meant to be your grade 2 ride, so that when you ride Fenrir, you can focus on placing force markers on your rear guards and whatnot. Mitsuki, great grade 2 ride. Otherwise, it's Soul Blast fodder like no tomorrow. You want to see Mitsuki in your soul as much as possible, so that you could just Soul Blast it out for things like Gleipnir, things like Astrea, things like, Fenrir just to Soul Blast for searching another grade 2, things like Vanagander, to pop opponents' rear guards. It's all these different things that Mitsuki is there to be. Anyways, Prometheus, it's one place, check top 2, one goes to soul, one stays on top. It's a good early game card. In addition, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, one of your vanguards and himself gets 5k until the end of the turn. So if you decide to rush your opponent in, you can basically give your vanguard 5k while your opponent's at grade 3, and hopefully you didn't die. But you know, just all these different interactions you guys can see. And Ulysses, at the end of the battle, it attacked a vanguard, you move it to soul, draw a card, and soul charge 1. Builds up soul. Easy. And it can be recurred through things like Fenrir. If you need to build up your hand, you just soul blast Ulysses, call it Ulysses, draw more cards, soul charge more cards, etc., etc. Simple, easy, nothing really too hard to figure out. Grade 1's kind of weird. Arguably, the 2 Melissas here can just be for Astrea, and I wouldn't even blame anybody. I'm gonna go through it real quick. So for Skull, it's your grade 3 Searcher, but also during your turn, if you Soul Blasted for the cost of a card, it gets 5k. It's a 13k booster. Haiti, which is this dog right here, same power-up condition as Skull, so Fenrir, if you Soul Blasted for the cost of your card this turn, it gets 5k. But then Van or Rear, when placed, Soul Charge 2. Mandatory Soul Charge 2. It helps build up Soul, which is why I like running 4 of it. It's also just a really nice 13k booster. It helps make really nice numbers. Astrea, it's a 7k. Van Rear, when placed, draw a card, put a card from your hand on the bottom of your deck, and if it's on Vanguard, Soul Charge 2. It's a good first ride target, but I more care about the fact that it helps get triggers back into your deck. More specifically, heal triggers, which can help, you know, start helping you play the grind game and whatnot. And then at the end of the battle, boosted Soul Blast 2 return to your hand. The Soul Blast 2 is kind of a hefty cost, especially when there are things that you don't want to Soul Blast. So, Astrea, you can absolutely run 4 of it. But the reason why I run Melissa is 2 Astrea and 2 Melissa. It's searchable. You know, you can just Soul Blast a grade 1 off of Fenrir and search either Melissa or Astrea. Like, it's not the end of the world. But I like Melissa. I've liked Melissa since since Wave 1 of V Genesis when I was playing Artemis. So when placed from hand, you Soul Blast 3, and you basically mess up your opponent's entire board, where they look at the same number of cards from the top of their deck as the number of rearguards they have, and then they call over those rearguards, and then they don't get their auto abilities. The goal is here to help get rid of triggers that your opponent can potentially hit on your turn when you're trying to, you know, go in or kill them, or you suspect like they have their deck in a certain way. If they're playing OTT or whatnot, you could just Melissa, mess them up, etc., go from there. Yeah, so I like Melissa. Melissa can absolutely not be in this deck if you don't want to play Melissa. I would completely understand it. In all honesty, if I didn't like Melissa in this deck, this would 100% be for Astrea, and then it would just be for Skull, for Haiti, for Astrea, and that's simply how it goes. Alternatively, if you want to play the grade 1 PGs so that you can search them off of Fenrir, by all means, go nuts. But I completely understand if you guys don't like Melissa or think Melissa's useless. I don't blame you. Again, this is just me, however, on the matter. Zeros, obviously we have Pan of New Style, 10 out of 10 best starter, and then it's 6 crits, 6 draw, all your PGs are the draw PGs, there are no Sentinel crits. This is just me. I've seen videos of people playing standard Fenrir, and I noticed that they had a tough time maintaining hand. So I'm out here thinking, you know what, let's just see how 6 draw does, right? And I find that it works. I think it works fine, you know? Nothing really too much to worry about. The only problem with running 6 draw, excuse me, Ben gave me some sour worms, and now I'm all burpy all of a sudden. The only problem with running 6 draw is you face the fear of decking out quicker, which is, you know, obviously a concern whenever you're running a deck that soul charges a lot. Just be mindful of that, and hopefully you'll be all good. If not, then, you know, obviously you guys can fix up triggers however you like. This is just my preferred trigger lineup for right now. But yeah, and that's kind of it. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. Try out the deck. Let me know how you guys enjoy it, and we'll still be playing standard over here. So have a great day, guys. Bye.